Hey everyone, today I want to talk about something most men never discuss, but it affects nearly all of us as we get older. What actually happens to your prostate when you masturbate every single day? Now, I'm not here to judge or make any promises, just to share what science has quietly revealed about how daily habits might shape men's health in unexpected ways. You might think it's harmless, even healthy, and in some ways, you're not wrong. But here's where things get interesting. Researchers have found that how often you release, especially after 40, could influence your prostate's long-term performance, energy levels, and even your comfort. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, in the next few minutes, we'll break down what science actually says, the good, the bad, and the surprising truth most men never hear from their doctors. Let's start with the basics, what your prostate really does, and why it matters more as you age. Let's start with something simple. What exactly is the prostate, and why does it matter so much for men's health, especially as we age? The prostate is a small gland, about the size of a walnut, sitting just below the bladder. Its main job is to produce fluid that mixes with sperm to create semen. That's what helps protect and transport sperm during ejaculation. But the prostate isn't just about reproduction. It's also influenced by hormones, particularly testosterone and DHT, which change significantly as men grow older. As early as your 40s or 50s, hormone levels begin to shift. Testosterone tends to slowly decline, while a byproduct called DHT, dihydrotestosterone, can increase inside the prostate. Over time, this can cause the gland to grow larger, a natural process called benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. It's not a disease, but it can lead to symptoms like frequent urination, weaker flow, or that annoying feeling of not completely emptying your bladder. According to several urology studies, including ones published by Harvard Health and the Mayo Clinic, nearly half of men over 50 experience some level of prostate enlargement. And while this is normal, lifestyle habits like diet, stress, and even sexual activity can influence how the prostate responds. For example, maintaining healthy circulation through regular exercise, hydration, and balanced sexual function may help keep things running smoothly. The prostate is also highly sensitive to inflammation. Factors such as prolonged sitting, poor sleep, and stress-related hormonal changes can lead to what some doctors call prostate congestion, a temporary swelling that makes you feel pressure or discomfort. This is where the discussion about daily masturbation often comes in, because how often the prostate is emptied might play a role in managing that buildup. So, could daily release actually help flush the prostate and keep it healthier, or could it make things worse over time? That's where the research gets really interesting. Let's move into the next part. What daily masturbation does, the good, the bad, and the surprising. Now that we understand how the prostate works, let's talk about what actually happens when a man masturbates every single day, especially as he gets older. First, it's important to say this up front. There isn't a one-size-fits-all answer. Every man's body reacts differently depending on age, hormones, and overall health. But scientists have studied how frequent ejaculation, whether through sex or masturbation, may affect the prostate, and the findings are more nuanced than most people expect. Let's start with the potential benefits. Several studies, including research from Harvard Health in 2004, observed that men who ejaculated more than 21 times per month had a lower risk of prostate issues compared to those who ejaculated less frequently. The theory is that regular ejaculation helps flush out old prostate fluid, reducing the chance of inflammation or buildup of unwanted substances. It's like keeping a system clean. Consistent use can help maintain healthy circulation and prevent stagnation inside the gland. Daily masturbation may also help relieve tension, lower stress, and support better sleep. For some older men, it can even serve as a natural way to maintain healthy blood flow and hormone balance. However, that doesn't mean more is always better. On the other hand, there's the potential downside. When masturbation becomes excessive or compulsive, especially without enough rest or recovery, it can lead to fatigue, pelvic tension, and a short-term drop in energy or libido. Some men report feeling drained or less focused afterward, not because the act itself is harmful, but because of the imbalance between stimulation and recovery. Doctors emphasize that the key is moderation. Daily activity might be perfectly fine for one man, but too much for another, depending on his stress levels, hormone health, and age. It's not about how often, it's about how you feel afterward, both physically and mentally. So, how can you know what's right for your body? And what do urologists actually recommend when it comes to frequency and prostate care after 40? Let's move into the final part: what experts recommend for a healthy, balanced prostate. So, after hearing both sides, the potential benefits and drawbacks, what do medical experts actually recommend when it comes to masturbation and prostate health? Most urologists and men's health specialists agree on one key principle: balance. Sexual activity, whether solo or with a partner, is a natural and healthy part of life. But as men get older, how often and how consciously they engage in it can make a big difference in how their body responds. Experts from clinics like Mayo and Cleveland emphasize that moderate, regular sexual activity may help support healthy blood flow, reduce prostate tension, and even contribute to better mood and sleep. However, when it becomes too frequent or obsessive, especially when it replaces real rest or emotional connection, it can lead to fatigue, irritability, or short-term hormone imbalances. That's why most doctors encourage men to listen to their bodies rather than count numbers. If you feel relaxed, energetic, and mentally clear afterward, you're likely within a healthy range. But if you start noticing lower motivation, soreness, or decreased libido, it might be a sign to slow down and give your body some recovery time. Beyond frequency, experts highlight a few other lifestyle factors that are just as important for long-term prostate health. Move daily. Even light exercise improves blood circulation to the pelvic area. Stay hydrated. Water helps flush out toxins that can irritate the prostate. Eat smart. Foods rich in antioxidants, like tomatoes, berries, and green tea, support cellular health. Get enough sleep. Poor sleep impacts testosterone and increases inflammation. Check regularly. For men over 40, a routine prostate exam once a year helps detect early signs of changes. Remember, the goal isn't to stop or overdo it. It's to understand your own rhythm and stay in tune with what your body needs. So, now that we've explored the science, the effects, and the expert advice, the real question is, how balanced is your routine? Let's wrap this up with a quick takeaway. So, what really happens to your prostate when you masturbate every day? The truth is, it depends on you. Your age, your hormones, your habits, they all play a role. For some men, regular release may help reduce tension and keep the prostate fluid moving. For others, doing it too often might cause fatigue or hormonal imbalance. The key is not perfection, it's awareness. Your prostate is like any other part of your body. It responds to balance, rest, and healthy routines. Taking care of it doesn't mean avoiding pleasure. It means being mindful of how your body feels afterward and adjusting when needed. Combine that with good sleep, clean nutrition, and regular checkups, and you'll give your body the best chance to stay strong and energized with age. So, what's your take? Do you think daily habits make a difference for men's health after 40? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I read every one of them. If you found this helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who might need to hear it. Because real health starts with real conversations. Thanks for watching and stay tuned, because in the next video, we'll dive into simple daily habits that can help keep your testosterone and prostate in sync.